Hi, welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that you're here with me for this video. So in today's video, we're doing our weekly read for December 7th through 13th, 2025 for all the earth signs. So that would be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So let's see what's going on for all you earth signs for this upcoming week. And as always, please take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't, because it might resonate with you, it might not, because it's, a lot of earth signs will be watching this, and it's for the collective of earth signs, so the general collective. So it might resonate with you, might not. And please hit that like button so that other earth signs get this information. And it also helps the channel to grow when you hit the like button, because it gets it out to more people. And so I appreciate if you hit that button, and please hit subscribe so that you'll get future videos I put out. And I just want to let you know that I did the 2026 general collective look at next year tarot reading, energy check-in reading. And that came out a couple days ago. And the element 2025 readings will come out next week. So I just want to let you know about that. And then I will be doing a special read right before the winter solstice for the winter season. I've been really kind of, felt guided to add those, those seasonal readings as well. So that will be coming out as well. And I do appreciate all my subscribers. Thank you so much for joining the channel and supporting me in the channel. I appreciate it. So let's see what's going on for the earth signs. What is the energy for earth signs for December 7th through 13th, 2025? Earth signs. All right, let's see. All right, first out, we've got the Nine of Wands, the Hermit, the Lovers. Okay, we got the Five of Wands. Got the Three of Swords, Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. This is interesting because I just finished the air sign reading for this week, and it was a love reading, and I feel like yours is too. Yours is definitely like also basically a love reading here is what I'm seeing. So we've got coming into the middle of November here, getting into the middle of November, December 7th, coming into December 7th. It's like you've got the Lovers cards here. So you could be dealing with a Gemini. It's a Gemini card. It doesn't have to be a Gemini, but it could be. But I feel like this is a past situation that you've been dealing with, and that like is in the past position. So it's something that's already happened. And I feel like it's, how can I say it? It's like there was a person in your life that you had a lot of chemistry with, and it was very intense. And there was like this strong, like energetic connection with this person, like chemistry, attraction. That's the other thing I wanted to say. Chemistry, attraction. And this is like somebody, that in your past you had kind of this connection with. And I feel like it's more in the recent past. It could be somebody from maybe a couple years ago, but I feel like it's more someone that's more recent than that you had kind of that attraction with, that kind of energy with. So that's in the past position. And it's like you were dealing with this person in the past. And in the current energy, this is you, earth signs. You've got the Nine of Swords. So you definitely have like you're coming to the end of a cycle. But it's been a rough cycle, because if you see him, it's getting a little dark in here, but you can see he's got like, bandages on. He's got ruffled up clothes. I mean, you can tell he's been like through a lot of battles, and he's kind of, he's been roughed up. It hasn't been easy. So you're coming to the end of a cycle that has not been easy. And because of that, you've been doing a lot of introspection and trying to follow your inner light, trying to follow your intuition. But you've been spending some time alone. I'm feeling like, spending time alone, just trying to heal, um, trying to heal from this cycle, because this was kind of a rough cycle. I feel like it was hard on you. And it's dealing with, I think it's this person that you were dealing with in the past. Okay, hold on. What I'm hearing is this person, it was kind of like they were all fluff and there was like no substance to them. Like they were a superficial person. And it's like there was this intense attraction you had with them and chemistry, but there was like nothing under the surface with this person. Like they were immature, emotionally immature, kind of a selfish type person. And it was like they weren't easy to deal with as far as like maybe being in a relationship or interaction with. And that's why you're feeling this way, because they kind of really drained your energy. And it was hard for you because the attraction with them was so intense, the chemistry, that it's like you were drawn to this person, but they weren't like they were a superficial person. They were full of fluff, but they had no substance. And it's like, and that caused you to be dealing with this. And it's like you're getting out of this cycle. So I don't feel like if you're still in touch with this person, I feel like it's coming to an end. It's like either you're no longer in touch with them and you went your separate ways and it broke up or whatever, you're no longer involved with them or talking to them. But if it hasn't quite gotten to that point, it's like it's coming to the end. And maybe that's what this is you're ending out this cycle of being involved with this person. Either it's already ended or, you're at the very tail end of it. And being that it's a 9, it could just now be ending, and it's not completely finished yet, but it's at the very tail end of it. Or you're just now finishing up, like, or you just finished it up just recently, like within the last little bit of time. But I do feel like you're doing a lot of introspection trying to get through this because it's not been an easy process for you, like being involved with this person. And there's a lot of contention going on here in your atmosphere. So it's kind of like, but what I'm hearing is it's eternal contention, like within yourself. It's kind of like you're trying to figure out, like, why was I so drawn to this person? Why did this person that's, superficial and fluffy, what draw me to them? Like you're trying to figure out, but I feel like it's a lot of internal, like kind of beating yourself up over it. Like you're upset with yourself for being involved or for staying so long or whatever like that. But it also could be, for some of you, it could be they're contentious. Like maybe because the relationship's coming to an end, they're not being very good to deal with or easy to deal with, right? And it's like they're being very contentious and hostile, that type of energy towards you. So you could be dealing with drama, chaos from that person because the relationship's coming to an end. Okay, and I'm also hearing from for some of you, it's both. For some of you, you're kind of kicking yourself for being involved and staying in so long and, putting up with it, and trying to figure out why, why, and then you're also dealing with the hostility, drama, and chaos that they're bringing in because you guys are breaking up. So I feel like for some of you, it's going to be both. But in the near future, I feel like it's like you are going to go through a period in the near future of sadness. So you're like at the tail end of this, especially if you're going through, it's hostile, it's a hostile breakup. It's not easy, things aren't, you're breaking up with them, but it's like, how can I say it? It's really draining you. There's a lot of chaos and drama, with this breakup. And you're at the tail end of it, and so it's like after it's over, you are gonna go through in the near future, because this is the near future card, so it hasn't happened yet. And I feel like this hasn't hit yet because you're still in the thick of it. You're still trying to because this is the current cards for you, Earth signs. So you're still trying to, have some alone time, do some introspection, figure out, spend some time on your own to heal, start the healing process, but you're still dealing with this. It's like, I strongly feel like you're not completely out of this cycle yet. So you're still dealing with the very tail end of the chaos and drama and stuff. So you really haven't, you started maybe like trying to heal, but you really haven't been able to fully heal. Because you know how, like, when you're in the middle of something, it's really hard to heal from it. You have to wait till it's over and you're out of that situation before you can really heal the way you need to. So once that situation's over, it's like then you're going to go through this heartbreaks amount of time, a phase where you're healing. But I don't, even though this looks like a really, kind of a, a melancholy, sad card, right? Because it's like heartbreak. It's got swords in the heart, right? That doesn't look very good. But I feel like in your particular place for this reading, what I'm feeling is like this is what I'm hearing is it's a healing card. So yes, you're going to be dealing with heartbreak, you're going to be dealing with sadness, but you're going to get through it. And it's really like this card in this reading for this particular reading. It's like it's a healing. It's meaning like you're going to experience those emotions, and I'm being told to make sure you allow yourself time to properly heal. Like don't rush into another relationship. Don't overindulge on things that aren't good for you. Allow yourself to feel the emotions, process them in a healthy way, and do inner work, do what you need to do, but make sure you allow yourself time to properly heal from this situation and heal and grow. And I keep hearing you're going to be okay. Like I see somebody like sitting at a table and they're crying, but I keep hearing you're going to be okay. And behind them the sun's coming up through a window, and it's like it's shining a light from behind them on that person that's crying. So it's like you might not see the light because it's behind them, but it's coming in. So you will be okay. It's like a new day is coming. The sun was coming up, new day's dawning, and it's coming and shining on that person. So, but you need to allow yourself that time to process everything. And like I said, don't rush into another relationship. Make sure you really process your emotions, but it's like it's healing. It means in the near future you're going to be able to heal from this. And it's like the advice cards I have for you for this week are you're kind of in you're juggling because you're still not completely, I keep going back to, you're not completely out of this cycle yet is what I'm feeling for majority of you. And so it's kind of like you're still juggling things. Maybe you're juggling, if it's like a marriage that's coming to an end, right? It could be you're juggling the paperwork, you're juggling courts and dealing with lawyers and all that kind of stuff. Or it could be like you're trying to juggle the end of that situation and your new beginning at the same time. So it's like the one's ending and then you've got a new one coming in. So you're kind of a new phase coming in. So you're kind of juggling between the two of you. I mean, between those two things. And I feel on this other card here, Earth signs, this is you, and you're in this like Queen of Pentacles energy. And it's like and this is another reason why I feel like, you're holding strong in this Queen of Pentacles throughout this process, even though it's been really difficult and you might have dealt with a lot of kind of craziness, drama, and it's kind of been draining on your energy. You're going through it like a champ, you're going through it like a queen. So even though it's been hard, you've been able to maintain this kind of Queen of Pentacles energy, and you're doing pretty good. I mean, it's like if it is like a situation where money's involved or, financial assets involved, yes, you might have some loss, but you're going to come out of this. You're going through it as a queen and you're going to come out of it as a queen. So you are going to still retain some financial assets. You're going to be okay. And what I'm hearing is anything lost can be rebuilt. So like if you do lose some financial assets, you'll have the ability to rebuild them. But you can see the little, she's got a little pentacle there. So she's doing pretty good. She's pretty abundant and she's a queen. So you're in that queen energy going through it, and also coming out the other side of it, you'll be in that queen energy, and you'll be able to continue to be abundant. Anything that's lost, you'll be able to rebuild. So that's what I have for you, Earth signs. Really interesting reading for this week, but that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.